10 months after the release of the Honor 8, Honor is now back with its new flagship, the Honor 9. I was one of the 500 lucky journalists who could travel to Berlin and check out the smartphone. The phone looks beautiful, has similar hardware as the Huawei P10 and is priced at only around 430 euros. But does it have what it takes to keep up with the P10 and offer an even better price-to-performance ratio? So let's find it out in this 1 week after review on the World Festival 2017. At the press conference, Honor said at least 100 times that this phone is for the young people and for the young lifestyle. So sounds to me pretty much like the average marketing slogan, but well, they said it's great battery life, sick design, great camera and sound quality are important for the young people. So I thought, let's do this review on a festival and also combine it with a camera test. The World Festival takes place every year in Sopron in Hungary, and it's one of my favorite festivals because it's very close to Vienna and also it's a beautiful 5-day festival with great acts like Martin Garrix, Clean Bandit, Linkin Park and many more. So I grabbed my bike and went for a 1-day trip to the festival. Now, too bad that the weather was not really good and it started and stopped raining all the time.
Alright guys, not the best start for a festival. As you can see, lots of rain, it's really wet, but yeah, I still have like 30 minutes to go and let's see how the weather is on the festival.
I left my home with almost 100% battery at 11 AM in the morning and then arrived like 2 hours later at the festival and grabbed my press ticket, another benefit you have as a YouTuber. Now, too bad that it started raining again 30 minutes after I arrived at the festival, but it gave me some time to have a close look at the smartphone. Now, to be honest, the phone really feels like a Huawei P10. The form factor, the UI, the speed, almost everything is the same. But I really like the Honor 9 design more than the P10 design. Now, they called it the light catcher, and yes, it reflects and breaks the light in such a beautiful way that it just looks stunning. The front looks kinda boring and nothing like the big flagships out there, but still, the phone looks good to me. The Fingerprint Scanner is now integrated again in the home button and is really fast and accurate. There's also a tiny multicolor notification LED which is hidden in the speaker grill. At the back you will find the dual camera module on the top left, and you can see and feel that it doesn't protrude. There's also a dual LED flash and laser autofocus right next to it. The USB Type-C port is located between the headphone jack and the mono speaker at the bottom, and also the back is now slightly curved and gives the phone a nice feeling in my hand and is really not slippery. The Honor 9 has a 5.15-inch IPS LCD display with full HD resolution, DCI-P3 color space and 428 pixels per inch, covered by 2.5D glass. Now, to be honest, Full HD is all I need on a smartphone, and QHD like on the Honor 8 Pro was not really something I needed, because I'm not a mobile VR user anyway. The display offers an oleophobic coating, good viewing angles and brightness, and also it comes with a blue light filter and color temperature tweaks in the settings. Overall I have to say the display is really okay. The Honor 9 ships with Android 7.0 Nougat and EMUI 5.1, with all the features that are already available on the Huawei P10 and Mate 9. So I think there is no need to switch from any of these devices and also not from the Honor 8 Pro. Now, I really like that EMUI gives you the choice to activate the app drawer and that it feels very fast and clean, so it really improves from version to version. Pre-installed apps include TripAdvisor, Booking.com, eBay and some brand apps like Vmall. The pre-installed apps will vary by region, but all in all I have to say EMUI is fast and reliable and those pre-installed apps can easily be uninstalled. The Honor 9 comes also with NFC and an IR blaster, but there is no FM radio support. Now, something that is really important for me is the audio quality. The mono speaker on the bottom left, which was created in collaboration with Monster, sounds very clear, and compared to the P10, it's also loud enough. After the rain stopped, it was time to get out the camera and take some pictures. Now, the Honor 9 features a dual main camera made up of a 20 megapixel monochrome sensor and a 12 megapixel RGB sensor with an f2.2 aperture. The two lenses capture information and combine it into a single, more detailed shot. And it also comes with face detection autofocus, 2x hybrid zoom and a dual LED flash. Now, there is no Leica branding or optical image stabilization, to be clear, and you definitely will see that in the video samples. There is also hybrid zoom, which is a almost lossless zoom, but it's not an optical zoom. It basically takes the information out of the 20 megapixel monochrome sensor, which can capture more details, and combines it with the RGB sensor, but yeah, it's still a crop on the image sensor. The selfie camera has 8 megapixels and an f2.0 aperture. The Honor 9 can also shoot videos in 4K and Full HD at 60 FPS, but the stabilization only works in Full HD at 30 FPS, and there is no optical stabilization, so the video quality is quite okay and the colors, they do look good, but without the stabilization it can get really shaky. Now 4K records again with the H.265 standard, which could also cause some issues with YouTube, so keep that in mind. The smartphone is able to take good photos in high contrast scenes, but it shows its limits when the contrast is high and the environment is dimly lit. Now most of the high-end phones are definitely providing better image quality in terms of details and noise, but well, for the price it's really okay. In badly lit scenes and night shots, the images retain a good amount of color and detail without too much noise, so noise reduction works fine, but I've definitely seen better pictures. The camera app is the same like on the Huawei P10 and I absolutely love it. You have lots of settings which you can only see on DSLR cameras, like shooting in RAW mode and Pro mode. And also the front-facing camera is able to produce good-looking pictures under daylight conditions. However, when it gets dim, you may need several shots to get a sharp picture. The LCD flash here helps a lot, and also you get a good looking skin tone. Now without it, pictures tend to be blurry and very noisy. The front-facing camera allows shooting videos up to 1080p, and there is also stabilization, but it distorts the picture a lot, so it's absolutely useless for faster movements. Now portrait mode on the phone also needs some work, since the software does not always recognize the edges properly, but I have to say, yeah, for average pictures it's working fine. Another important thing to survive a festival is the battery. Now, my battery drained quite fast because I took a lot of pictures and videos and had the display at maximum brightness, but I think with a bit over 5 hours of screen on time, you will definitely make it through the day. Recharging the phone is quite fast due to Huawei's quick charge technology, so it drains up to 18 watts from the power socket and charges from 0 to 41% in around 30 minutes. Now connectivity is great, good signal, good sounding earpiece and microphone, and also GPS performance was very good. There were no issues while using it for navigation. All in all, it's a good phone and it looks stunning. A bunch of people asked me on the festival what phone it is because the back looked so cool in the lights. Now too bad that it's not waterproof, which would have been a good feature on the festival. To sum it up, the phone comes in a box with the charger and the transparent cover that has really the worst plastic quality I've ever seen. But for around 400 euros, I think it's a good all-round smartphone that can't really keep up with the mid-range flagships like the only 100 euro more expensive OnePlus 5. And also the mid-range market is really saturated, and I think Honor will have a hard time with the Honor 9. But well, let's see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun on the festival, and if you're close to Chopin in Hungary, I can definitely recommend the Vault Festival, since the ticket prices for 5 days are incredibly cheap and it's really beautiful there and there's always a nice party. So guys, stay fresh and please subscribe to not miss any future videos. I'm Steven from TechMagnet and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day.